Welcome to Crypto Daily. My name is Dustin Knaus, and be sure to follow our show wherever you listen to podcasts and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Well, a couple has been arrested for conspiring to launder 119,754 Bitcoin, which is equal to about $3.6 billion. Elia Lechstein and Heather Morgan have been accused of attempting to launder the crypto that had been stolen from Hong Kong-based Bitfinex in 2016, over a total of 2,000 transactions. When this attack happened, the price of Bitcoin plummeted. The Justice Department seized close to 100,000 Bitcoin, and that makes this the largest financial seizure in the department's history. The Deputy Attorney General, Lisa Monaco, said in a statement that the arrests show that cryptocurrency is not a safe haven for criminals. In a futile effort to be digitally anonymous, the defendants laundered stolen funds through a labyrinth of cryptocurrency transactions. Now again, people who think crypto can be used for illegal activities are just wrong. The money has to come in and go out somewhere, and public blockchains means anyone can follow the transactions, especially law enforcement. There's no word on if the couple were actually part of the hacking, but they have been released on bond. In other news, Wells Fargo has predicted that the global crypto adoption could hit a hyper-inflection point, and that it is still early in the cryptocurrency investment evolution. Wells Fargo's global investment strategy team wrote in a report this week, "For today's investor trying to figure out if we are early or late to cryptocurrency investing, looking at technology investments in the mid to late 90s seems reasonable. At that time, the internet hit a hyper-adoption phase and never looked back. Cryptocurrencies appear to be at that similar stage today. If this trend continues, cryptocurrencies could soon exit the early adoption phase and enter an inflection point of hyper-adoption, similar to other technologies. There is a point where adoption rates begin to rise and do not look back. Precise numbers aside, there is no doubt that global cryptocurrency adoption is rising and could soon hit a hyper-inflection point." There's research from Crypto.com that found that the number of global cryptocurrency users reached 221 million in June of 2021. That's just under 3% of the world's population. In just 4 months, the global cryptocurrency population doubled from 100 million to 200 million. Some analysts are predicting that the combined crypto market could explode from just under $1 trillion, where it is now, to around $3 trillion. Some are even more bullish, thinking that it could go way beyond that. Speaking of adoption, after a lot of speculation, the Russian government and their central bank have finally come to a conclusion on how to regulate crypto, and it's not going to be a ban. Last night, the Russian government released a document laying out the law expected to be introduced on February 18th, which treats crypto as an official currency. The document said the circulation of such financial assets will be regulated by the state with strict obligations for all participants in the professional market and an emphasis on protecting the rights of ordinary investors. That means that cryptocurrency purchases in Russia will need to be conducted through licensed and locally registered companies and include full user identification. This will be a big change for exchange markets, as they will have to register as legal entities in Russia, which means opening accounts with authorized banks and satisfying all the requirements normally applied to traditional financial institutions. Now, I imagine that transparency on who actually owns a wallet is going to be a continued trend in the future. Now it's time to turn our focus over to the world of NFTs. The announcement for Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out has been huge for fans. GTA 5 has been a giant success, with Rockstar Games constantly releasing updates and even re-releasing on the newest consoles. There's been speculation that the franchise might be entering into the NFT market, issuing their own digital goods and collectibles. This comes after Take-Two's CEO was interviewed about the announcement of GTA 6 and said, "You always have to be willing to be fresh. You always have to be willing to bring consumers what they want. The minute that you try to protect the past, you become irrelevant." He also said, "We believe that NFTs are real, and why wouldn't they be? We believe in digital goods, and we've been selling digital goods for a very long time. We believe in rare goods. We believe in collectibles." For those of you who don't know, Take-Two Interactive owns Rockstar Games as well as K2. Rockstar Games said recently that GTA 6 was well underway, and the game is rumored to be released either at the end of 2023 or the first quarter of 2024. In other news, a couple in India have brought marriage into a new generation, incorporating blockchain technology into their wedding. After a Twitter romance that started in 2020 during lockdown, Anil Narasimhan and Shruti Nair got married on November 15th. The couple ceremony was smart contract supported on the Ethereum blockchain, along with the couple's vows, which were minted as an NFT. The NFT featured a picture of the bride's engagement ring along with the couple's embedded vows. The token was then exchanged as a digital transaction on OpenSea to make it official. The couple told Vice News, "The record of our wedding is permanent, immutable, and public. The blockchain ledger is tamper-proof. No one in the world can change the fact that it is now recorded on the blockchain, which is a sign of our commitment to each other. It is a very powerful statement about our marriage itself." They continued, "The best part about it is that it was very personalized. It was about us and what we are looking forward to in our future. We were able to make it about our love and our story, which we were able to capture in the blockchain wedding." The ceremony itself was held on Google Meets and lasted about 15 minutes. Lately, blockchain weddings are starting to see a growing trend, and one Indian couple held the country's first Hogwarts-themed metaverse wedding reception on February 6th. Although some people can't accept new technology or growing trends, I think love expressed in personal ways is incredibly powerful. Maybe one day I'll renew my vows on a blockchain, and perhaps you all can join us. Please follow our show wherever you listen to podcasts and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. If you get your podcasts on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment there. I'm Dustin Knaus, and thank you for joining me today.